The NFC playoffs are starting this Saturday. So in today's video, I'm going to give you the breakdown on both of the NFC Divisional round matchups. So let's talk about it. Welcome to the Brady and Sports. My name is Jose Matos, and I love to talk about sports way too much. With that being said, feel free to join me in the comment section down below and give me your thoughts on today's video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Jose Matos, and I run Critical Condition Sports, in which I pretty much give you different kinds of hot takes, reviews, predictions on all things sports, including NFL, NBA, and MMA. So if you're interested in all that kind of stuff, definitely hit that subscribe button. So in today's video, what I'm going to go over is pretty much the NFC side of the playoffs. I did an AFC breakdown of both of the divisional round matchups in my latest video. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down both of the NFC matchups and who you could hope to see play the following week in the conference championship game. So let's get started. First matchup now, we got the Rams at the Packers, and that matchup is going to be this coming Saturday. Now, very interesting matchup when you think about Green Bay. Green Bay is the 5th ranked offense. They rank in the top 10 in both passing and rushing in those categories, which is really impressive. They're well coached, 13-3, number 1 seed. They're fresh because they had a bye last week, and I say it's a very interesting matchup just because of the fact that the Rams are coming in with a huge upset over the Seattle Seahawks, and the Rams have the number 1 ranked defense in all of football. So another thing that really makes this matchup interesting is because the Rams have a very strong defensive line, and they have solid starters everywhere when it comes to between Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. So very good defensive matchup. The biggest question mark for me is this Rams offense. How well is Jared Goff going to play? How healthy is he? He's about 3 weeks removed from thumb surgery, and as you can see, last week he wasn't set to start. He will start this week, but last week he wasn't set to start. He was the backup, but the starter in John Wolford, hopefully I said that right, went down with injury. Goff was forced to play, and he didn't look very good. He did enough to win, but that game could have easily gone the wrong way for the Rams just because, they weren't able to really move the ball as efficiently. And fortunately for the Rams, they got lucky because I think that, not to take anything away from their win against Seattle, but I feel like the Rams are just match up great in general with Seattle. So I don't think it's a reflection of how really good this Rams team is. I feel like it's a reflection of just how bad Seattle really matches up against the Rams. They know this opponent. They're in the division. They played them multiple times a year. And I think that, again, I don't want to take anything away from the Rams because I do believe that this defense is legit. Again, Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald, studs when it comes to, playing on the defensive side of the football. So I don't really want to take anything away from them, but this is the Packers game to lose. Again, Green Bay's fresh. Aaron Rodgers has been on another level this past season. I know it's crazy to say because it's Aaron Rodgers. He's thrown 48 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Very impressive. I feel like the drafting of Jordan Love in the first round in this year's NFL draft added a different kind of fuel and motivation to Aaron Rodgers, and he's out to prove to everybody that he's not washed up. Now, last year, even though he had good statistical numbers, it was still a dip from what people were used to from Aaron Rodgers. But, this year he's definitely rebounded in a huge way. The Green Bay Packers are in a good win streak right now. They won 6 in a row, and since that win streak has started for the Packers, Aaron Rodgers has thrown 19 touchdowns to only 1 interception, which is insane. I have the Packers winning this game, and I have the Packers winning this game convincingly. I feel like the Rams defense will kind of keep it close, but eventually Rodgers will be able to get his groove as the game goes on and will be able to pull away in this matchup to be able to punch Green Bay's ticket to their 2nd straight NFC Championship game under Coach Matt LaFleur. I have the Packers winning this football game 28-13. So let's go into the next matchup. Huge matchup for Sunday Night Football. It'll actually be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to the New Orleans Saints. This is a rematch from this exact game is actually a rematch from Week 1 where it didn't go well for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if things couldn't get worse, it went even worse the second time around this upcoming season when the Saints throttled the Bucs 38-3 on their home turf. Now, for this game, the Saints are on their home field. Obviously, it doesn't really make too much of a difference because there's not going to be any crowd in there. It's a very interesting game. It is a very interesting game just because of the fact that it's very tough in the NFL to be able to beat a team 3 times. The Saints, as much as the Bucs are very motivated, this may be Drew Brees' last season. Obviously, we don't know that for a fact, but it definitely does feel like it. So it might be his last run here. For the Bucs, they got swept, and not only did they get swept, but those games weren't as competitive as some people may think. Obviously, the first one was slightly more competitive, but the second matchup that they had was just an embarrassment, and it's an embarrassment for what Tom Brady standards are. They were able to win last week against the Washington football team, but even then, even though the offense played good, there were some spots there that I thought the Bucs looked really sloppy, and I can say the same thing for the Saints against the Bears, because for a while there, that game with the Bears was kind of close, to be honest with you. So both of these offenses looked choppy at times. I think that Tampa was more impressive last week, but let's face it, they played a 4th-string quarterback. As far as the Saints, though, everything should point out that they could win this football game. I feel like even though Drew Brees missed a good chunk of the season, I feel like, he's a veteran. He's been in the spot, but so has Tom Brady. So I feel like that kind of may balance it out. I give New Orleans just a slight edge just because I feel like Drew Brees typically plays well against Tom Brady. He's got a winning record against him. I don't know how good Bruce Arians will be able to adjust mid-game if things start going the wrong way for the Bucs. And to be honest with you, this is the kind of game that the Bucs may be able to overthink here, to be quite honest with you, when it comes to coaching. Again, there's things you can take away and things you can give to both sides of the football here, or both teams here, better said. But if I had to pick a winner in this matchup, I feel like Tom Brady will find a way to avenge both of those losses. I feel like the edge that matters to me here is the fact that Tampa lost both games, and I always feel like when you're playing a team in a rematch, I feel like it's more beneficial if you're coming off a loss against that team than a win, because there's a lot of things you can point out and learn. This offense has really gotten comfortable with Antonio Brown. He's really meshed well here. Question is now, what kind of a start the Buccaneers get against the Saints this time around? Is it going to be another rough start or a couple 3-and-outs? Or can they really come out and play Tom Brady's game? Quick passes, dump off to a running back, and go up to tempo. That's the question. If Tampa Bay does that, for sure they'll win. If I had to take a pick, though, I'm still going to roll with the Bucs. Tom Brady has been here before. He's won more than anyone. Here in this position, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game 27-24 and end New Orleans this season. So those are my takes. Thanks for listening. If you agree or disagree with me, let me know in the comment section down below. If you have the opposite teams winning, please let me know in the comment section down below and give me your thoughts as to who and why. Again, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave it a like. And if you enjoyed content like this, feel free to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.